Hey guys, welcome to Barnabas Project Mentor Training 101. So today I'm just going to hop right in. I want to talk about 5 basic elements of not only how to conduct a Barnabas Project mentor meeting, but also things that we can do on the front end to prepare for our meetings and overall for our relationships with these students. So what I'm going to cover today can actually be found in your Barnabas Project Handbook. These are some details that we have covered either in orientation or in meetings past. But these are going to be 5 key elements to any relationship, but specifically as a Barnabas Project mentor. And today I'm just going to brief over them, but over the course of the next few months, I want to dive into each different topic with a little bit more depth and being a little bit more intentional with each different topic. But if you go into your handbook, you'll find a heading and it will say how to conduct a Barnabas Project mentor meeting. And that's where you'll find these elements. Number 1 being, who would have thought this, to pray first. As I think about the life of Jesus, one of the things that comes to my mind continually and that I try to apply to my life is the fact that Jesus didn't wait until the battle was at his front door to pray and seek the Father. But instead, he had a lifestyle of prayer where he often tucked away and prayed over scenarios, over situations, relationships, and things that were going to be coming his way. He got prepared on the front end through prayer and through seeking the face of the Father. And I believe that we need to adapt that same mindset with our relationships with these students, to be praying for them at home in our personal time. I believe will truly yield fruit in our relationships with these guys. I believe that it will yield fruit in our meetings with these guys. I believe that if we'll pray for them, that we will begin to see depth happen in our meetings, where all of a sudden things are getting revealed and getting exposed, and we're just kind of sitting back going, wow, where's this coming from? Well, I want to pose to you today that if we will pray, then we will begin to see greater things happen in our relationships. So step 1, effective things and ways to be an effective mentor is to pray. Step 2 is to give time. And what I mean by that is to make sure that we have the proper time for these meetings as we're going into them. I can't think of anything worse to take place in a Barnabas meeting or in any meeting than to be in that situation, and let's say the Lord breaks in and all of a sudden we're in a scenario where conversation is happening, healing is happening. I mean, this is why we do this. And all of a sudden our time is up and we've got to get on to the next thing because our schedule is so tight that we didn't give the proper time to this meeting. And so I would just encourage you, I know we're all busy, but I would just encourage you to have that extra 30 minutes carved out where if something were to pop up, you don't have to run out, but instead you can stay a little longer and just be that vessel that the Lord wants to use. So giving proper time to the meetings is very important. And then I'm actually going to group the next 2 together. The first one is to have direction. And we provided some details, some insights into the students' daily program for you. And I personally believe that by you knowing what the students are going through on a daily basis will serve you greatly in your meetings and in your counseling, to be able to pull, from really what's already happening, I believe is a true resource for you in your meetings. And then the next thing is, and what I want to group with this, is to be sensitive. One of my favorite scriptures as a worship leader, as a teacher, as somebody who is often in counseling moments, one of my favorite scriptures is in the Old Testament where it says, "It's the men who prepare the horses for the battle, but it's the Lord that leads them to the victory." And I've truly tried my best to apply that to my life in the fact that I need to do my due diligence to prepare. It is my responsibility to prepare. But as I enter into the battle, I open my hands and I follow the leading of the Lord. And so it is our responsibility to have direction. And I believe we receive that through prayer. I believe that you can truly receive that through even just being in the know of what these guys are going through on a daily basis. I believe that's a great resource. But then pairing that pairing that direction with the sensitivity of the Holy Spirit and just opening your hands and listening to the Lord and just being the vessel that He's placed you there to be. And then last but not least is to take the lead. What I mean by take the lead is that you know that you're there in that moment as the one who's really being trusted to guide and direct. Now, part of that is being a great servant. Jesus was the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, right? But He came to the earth, and as the greatest leader that has ever lived or ever will live, He put on the form of a servant. And so that is one of the greatest ways that we can take the lead, is to be a great servant, but also at the same time being aware of where the meeting is going, where it needs to go, and then if for some reason it begins to stray to the left or to the right, you having the authority and the ability to gently and meekly, humbly steer the boat. So there you go. 5 basic elements for you to have as you embark on this mentor journey. And you can apply these in every area of your life, not just the Barnabas Project, but as a friend, as a father, as a brother, and as a mentor. You can apply these things. So I would encourage you, get in your handbook, check these things out. I truly believe that they can serve you and ultimately what it is that we are doing together. So God bless you and thank you.